Ryan, we're getting close to spring training for you guys in the upcoming season. I know you finished second in the GLIAC last year, but you've got 20 players returning, I believe. What's the outlook for this season?
Well, we're always striving to win a championship at Wayne State University in baseball, just as every other sport is in our department. But we're working hard right now. We've got strength and conditioning going on. We got full practices going on. We're full-time in class. We're looking to do everything we can to win a championship on and off the field. It's a tough position in college baseball, playing 50-some games a year, going to class, but we're trying to get the most of our student athletes.
You've been here for a while, and it seems like Wayne State is always in the mix in the GLIAC. What is it that makes it such a strong and consistent program?
I think there's a number of things. I think number one always goes back to resources. Our athletic department and our athletic director has done a great job of providing the coaching staff and support staff with tremendous resources from sports medicine, strength and conditioning, academic resources as well. So having that mix, I think, is going to make you successful. But ultimately, creating a mentality to be there and want that championship every year. Our coaching staff, our letter winners, our alums, our support staff are all in the same thought process, and I think it's just great to be a part of it, and we want to be in that mix.
Now, sitting in the middle of a very cold winter, and I know you get to go down south for part of the spring, but you still have to get workouts in. What kind of challenges does being in the north present to a baseball program?
Challenges, obviously, you can't get outside that much, and we'll do every effort to get outside and maybe hit fly ball reps to outfielders. So if it's a dry day, it's not wet, it might be 20 degrees out in the football, maybe we'll get on the football field, hit some fly balls. Those are definitely some challenges, but I think it helps create some perseverance, and it creates team unity when you're in a facility working together. But obviously you have those challenges, and you got to get down south to play.
I don't think people realize that the baseball season actually ends. It's still cold. It's not the warm part of spring. So even when you get back up here, you're going to deal with it in games, not just in practice.
That's right. We definitely play in March. We'll start at home towards the end of March with our GLIAC schedule, and it's in the teens right now. So we were talking earlier, that 45-degree day might feel a little bit better than it does now, but it's all part of the game, playing college baseball at this level and in this area, in this environment. And basically, it's the same for both squads. Both teams have to compete in it, and you just got to be prepared mentally and physically.
Now, you've talked to me about taking the players around, embracing the Detroit area, where they're from, where the school's from, and you've made a nice connection with the Detroit Tigers, with camps and other things. Just talk about that relationship.
I think it's a great relationship. The only college baseball and professional programs in the city. I think it's an awesome opportunity to be a part of it. They do a great job, obviously, with all the success they've had. And their Tigers Youth Foundation, they do a number of things in the community, and we're lucky to be a part of it. So I think not only do the Tigers appreciate it, but as a Wayne State University baseball squad, our student athletes and coaching staff, we understand and appreciate the opportunity we have, and to be able to give back is awesome.
It's obviously neat to have guys like Trammell and Parrish and Don Baylor here for camps. It's also pretty neat to have your own major leaguer having his camp here. You've got other guys that are in the minors, but have Anthony Bass come back and I believe contribute the money he makes off it back to the program. That's got to be a great example that he's setting for the other kids in this program.
Without question. Anthony's a tremendous individual. It's great to see him and Joyke Bell, our two pro guys, that they're very grounded and they don't forget where they come from. They're back here all the time. They actually use our facilities in the off season. But Anthony, he came back and did a great camp for us, a pitching specific event. Kids from all over the Metro Detroit area were here, and just learning from him, not only our program of student athletes, but the other youngsters get a chance to witness and see somebody that actually made it to the big leagues from our area. It was great.
You talked earlier about facilities, and I know you're trying to make one heck of a great facility upgrade with Ernie Harwell Stadium. Just talk about the progress on that and really a little detail about what that field's going to be.
Sure. Well, June 6th, we had a press conference, made an announcement that we're going to start an initiative to name our field after Ernie Harwell, the Harwell Field, and his wife Lulu. It's been a tremendous experience. We set a goal of raising $550,000 to start our Phase 1 initiative and project, which is kind of the grandstand stadium project. It's going to be have a historic feel to it. It's going to replicate the old Ebbets Field where Ernie got his first Major League Broadcasting gig at. So we're going to have a nice nostalgic ambiance with that environment, coupling with the Green Monster. But having the name Harwell associated with the program is tremendous. We talked about being a part of the Detroit community, representing Wayne State University. Now we have an opportunity to represent the name Harwell, and it's a great responsibility that we carry.
You know, that's going to be a great thing. You talk about that green monster. You also have the old Tiger Stadium scoreboard attached to it. You guys really do embrace the area. What do you think the advantage will be, other than the obvious of a better place to play? It's got to help you with recruiting. It's probably going to help with getting people to notice the program more, too, once that thing's up.
For sure. You know, having the name Harwell, maybe one of the most positive individuals to ever come through the city of Detroit, sports-related or not. So having that a part of our community at Wayne State University will be an opportunity for generations to come to just learn about who Ernie was and what he meant for the city and what he meant for the game of baseball. So having that is going to be tremendous. But we're really looking forward to really getting this project completed and you know, seeing a number of people visit Midtown Detroit and come back and remember who Ernie was and really learn more about Wayne State University.
You know, it's a great way to embrace the tradition and history of baseball in general in the area, but there's a lot of tradition and history just with the Wayne State program going back to when it was Wayne University. And I know you're trying to embrace that now with alumni getting involved with the Club 400. Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, baseball initiated in 1941 here. I think we're in year 73. You know, we've had over 1,000 letter winners that have suited up in the green and gold. And we need to fundraise and help establish this project under Ernie Harwell's name. And not only are we going to try to get corporate support and public support, but we need alumni to step up and help out as well. So we have designed a 400 club for former players. Our goal is to reach 400 former players. That's across 1,000 have ever suited up at a minimum level of giving $100. And we're going to have their names displayed within the stadium confines once the project reaches fruition.
Now, anybody that wants to get involved with that, how do they contact you?
They can contact us all through our website, wsuathletics.com, and there's channels linking to Harwell Field and the appropriate contacts.
You know, when you talk about getting those alumni around, you know, you have your alumni game, and you get players from way back that show up for this thing. Some, I think, even get on the field. Others help you out in the dugout and coach. Just talk about how great that is that you have guys you have Angelo Gust coming back, the former coach, and you get all those guys, and they really embrace it. Do the current players kind of understand how important that is?
Our current players definitely understand that. That's definitely been a mission of myself and the coaching staff to realize that our current players have the responsibility to represent not only the school, Ernie Harwell, but everyone that's come before them and lay the foundations for Wayne State baseball. And so we actually have our alumni speak to our team quite a bit. It's a great opportunity for them to learn about what really happens when you get a degree as a student athlete or a former baseball player. What do you do once you finish that baseball eligibility? And having the opportunity to have our alumni come back and share their remarks and share their stories is a tremendous opportunity for our current baseball student athletes. And plus, it's just great to see our guys come back. So many letter winners, a rich tradition. People have gone through championships, adversity, and just sharing that experience with us is great.
All right, talk about those current players. The last question, what are the expectations of those current players for this upcoming season?
Expectations, current guys, is to graduate and win. That's a big philosophy for us. So whether you're a freshman or a senior, you got to find that path to graduate and couple that with a winning attitude and getting the job done on the field. That's it.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.